Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video we're gonna be using a Python script that is going to fetch all of the account IDs that you have within your instance. Now when you want to actually get the account ID, you would actually need to click and go by each user, clicking on the user, copying their account ID, which is actually located here, and then doing this and on and on and on and on, and it can actually take a lot of time. So why not do this in a more easier way with this Python script that we actually have ready. So the thing is, what is actually doing in here? Well, this part of the script is actually testing for the authentication, that this user is actually indeed authenticated. Then it's using this function that basically is defining an empty array. It's starting with the 0, and in here you get the maximum results of 50. If you have more than 50 users within your Jira instance, you actually need to change this number and to make it, well, to make it more. Then it goes with the while loop. It actually goes with, then it goes with the try and the except part of the code. And it's in here throwing the exception, what kind of exception is expected. So that is one of the things. Yeah, so enough of me talking. Let us just run this script. Let me just make this part a little bit bigger. All right, so it's actually done in here. So what we have is, first of all, it's taking and saying that you found like 12 users. I mean, those 12 users, it is even defining the Atlassian assist, which is something that indeed exists, because assist is part of the Atlassian, especially when you're having a JSM project and you have it integrated with Slack. This is where assist comes, and this is the account ID for it. Then we have our very first own user, which is administrator, and this is the ID for that user. Then we also have for Alana Grant. For the Alana Grant, we also have the account ID. There is the automation for Jira, even the account, which is really interesting because automation for Jira used to be called back in the days when you actually would need to install automation for Jira as the plugin to actually use the automation rules. Then you have the Atlas. Then we have this field demo bot. Then it goes with easy BI chart reports and everything else. So this is actually pretty interesting. And I'm gonna adjust this. I'm gonna look for more of the code. Yeah, so it's actually fetching the 12 users right here. So there is actually some errors in here, and it's saying the username property query, a parameter must be provided. Trying with query to match all of the users, and it's saying no users found. That's actually interesting. So attempting to fetch all of the users, which actually indeed started, and there was this HTTP error, which is this part right here. And it actually indeed told me what kind of an error is, what is it causing to have this error. But then again, and it's fetching the user with a query, and it's saying example A to match all of the users. All right, So it's saying not all of them have been found, and saying, yeah, the query that we actually have is A. And if we actually go for B, for example, it doesn't actually go with that. It goes with Bitbucket for Compass, and it goes for one Atlassian in here, and it goes with the demos. This is actually interesting. So if we actually go with a query of a C, then we actually get a different one. So Campbell Lake is the display name. We get the email, and there is Kevin Campbell, for example, Casey Owens, for example, as well, one class in the center, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we go with this one right here. It's even giving me these gadgets or whatever. So Paris is another example. There's mine ID, and there is, so these two are not the same accounts. That's the thing to know. But then again, this part of the code actually needs to be changed with the query itself. Yeah, so if we actually go with AB, for example, yeah, it's now saying insufficient permissions, incorrect, empty user base, unlikely. So it will give different ones. So if we actually go with A and B, yeah, the response is bigger. So if we go with A, B, C, and a D, for example, sneak for compass. So now I'm getting more of the users. So the thing is, within this query itself, you actually need to add a comma. And when you add actually a comma, then you will be able to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, and so forth. All right, so and now in here it's giving me a list of users, and I have fetched 55 users now, which is pretty interesting. But basically, there you go. That is how you're gonna fetch for the account APIs. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye.